All right, guys, let's talk about fifth wheel wreckers. I just bought this wrecker. I'm going to show it to you. I'll flip the camera here in just a minute. I don't normally haul garbage trucks, but I haul one today. If you watch my channel for Day Cab Company, we move a lot of new trucks. This is one of our new Peterbilts. I just got back from a show, Con Expo. Pulled out a M2 Freightliner out there. I love this wrecker. I've had a bunch of different wreckers over the years. I had sold a Proto here a few years ago and I cleaned my yard out. Big mistake. I love that wrecker too. I never had any trouble with it. But I sold it and I was in the market for a new wrecker. And this wrecker, this fifth wheel wrecker is totally different than any wrecker I've ever had. It does a lot more. Man, you cannot tell that you have a truck behind you because it doesn't have the sway in it like the other wreckers that have either a pin or they have chains on them. So let me flip the camera and we'll get a little closer look at this. All right, guys, let's just start right here. This wrecker is extremely well made. When I first saw it, I got to tell you, the photo was cropped and it almost made me think that it was some kind of Chinese wrecker or something. And I'd never seen this brand and I'd never seen a wrecker quite like this with the end down here. This is totally different than all the other wreckers on the market that are fifth wheel portable wreckers. And that's what this is. You can put a trailer on here, right? It's got a kingpin, I guess. Or no, not a kingpin. I don't know what it is. It's the pin for the trailer. Anyway. So I called them, I talked to them. They were in North Carolina. Well, I'm in Knoxville, so that was easy, man. I just drove over and looked at it, and I loved it. And so I had them do a couple things that they weren't normally doing, and they're willing to change colors. They're a great company. I wouldn't say they're little because they make a lot of metal parts for like skid steers and stuff. All plasma cut. I met the owner, and we walked around. He's sold, I don't know, I think he told me he sold 100 of these already. He's just kind of releasing it. And so here's a couple things that I really like. I like that it's plugged in because it charges the battery. Okay, I love that. I've had it different ways with jumper cables and stuff, but for what I'm doing right now, I want to charge the battery. I also like that the lights wiring comes out back here, so I like that. Okay, so it makes it easy for me to hook up. That's one thing I really liked. Comes with these ratchets. Everything's good with that. Everything lays up inside. I had these little metal flat plates put on there. See that? You know what I'm putting up there, right? I'm gonna put a really nice little aluminum toolbox that I can haul a gallon of oil, jumper cables, my little toolbox. What I do is different than what everybody else is maybe doing. I am transporting brand new trucks to dealerships, and I will, like, for an example, this truck, I will go next week and drop this truck off. This is a brand new 5, 6, 7 Peterbilt extended cab. This is one of the very first ones ever done. I will drop this off at a dealer and I will leave it for a week or two. They'll take it around and show it to customers. So with this wrecker, I can do a bunch of things. First, I can tow my car. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. Super cool. I can pull a little pull trailer behind it too. But I can pull my car, or I can take this wrecker off real quick with a forklift by myself at a dealership and put it on another truck, and then put another truck behind that and come back here and do an upfit or whatever I'm doing. Okay, so it comes off in like 5 minutes, and I'm not kidding. 5 minutes, I mean, this thing comes right off. So I like the toolbox. That was something I had added. It comes with a sweet tray right here. Light bar goes on top of here and goes across, and then you can carry chains in here. I like that. That worked out real good. It's got a lot of height. This thing will really lift stuff up high in the air. I'm guessing a little bit. I looked on their website. I think it lifts 20,000 and you can drag 40, but you're on your own. Look at the website, figure it out. It's really heavy duty made. Like I said, we get in here close. The welds are fantastic. I like this. I just loosen these up on each side. I slide them in. I throw the chains in the top. I pull the pin. I take my forklift. Okay, I work with my little camera here. So I put the forklift's forks close together and I slide them in here and under this. This is always here. I know some of the other models you have to put the angle across. This is really cool because it's always here. So anybody who can drive a forklift can really quickly run the forklift in here and then just pivot. This thing will just pivot and just come right off, okay? So that makes it really easy. So I know some farmers and stuff, maybe their daughters or their wives are driving, so they can take that thing off real quick. It has a traditional kind of a hook on the top, and that's really cool if you want to lift it. I personally don't do that. I always use a forklift. This company makes a really cool, I'm gonna call it like camper jacks. That's the best I can do for to explain it to you. I believe that it goes through here, right through there. Okay, they come out here on a pipe, and then I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I'll do the best I can. I believe it goes through here. So you come out here, you got a jack, you can jack it up. Some trucking companies don't have forklifts. They're, you know, small operators. You can buy that jack kit and take this wrecker off without a forklift. That's probably awesome for the right people. It doesn't work for me. I don't need it. I want to use a forklift. I personally never like using that. However, this unit is really tied together. Some of the other units I've played with weren't. Like this goes all the way and is welded to the front. So it's not, this doesn't get loose from you. I had another brand and it was horrible. Okay, so it's big, it's massive, right? Look how thick this is. This is 2 layers, a 1/2 inch, all right? Look at all the welds on there. I'm not worried about this wrecker at all for picking stuff up. This is something they do. These are work lights. You can turn them on right here. Yeah, cool. Believe it or not, that works real good. These are your tail lights that come in off your trailer. I added this, so I don't know if they're adding the marker lights or not. I loved it because I could see it from my mirror. These lights do something else at night. All the other wreckers, you're blind at night. You can't see what you're towing. These lights are just enough to see what you're towing. Now I'm pulling a beast and I'm not gonna pull this thing at night, okay? But when I'm pulling a new truck cross country, I like to be able to see that truck at night that I'm pulling. And with the other wreckers, you don't wanna see them because they're swaying. And you look in your mirror, it's like pulling a set of doubles. It's nasty, right? I hate the other wreckers. I just didn't like it. So let's talk about this. What's different? This is a pin, okay? This just turns like a big wrecker. Doesn't have any slack in it. So you can see I've whacked it a bunch of times getting in and out of parking lots and stuff. So this will turn, work with your truck. This is a receiver. You see that? It's a big, huge receiver. Bigger, I think it's 2.5. So what they're putting on the new Chevy pickups, the new Ram pickups. I gotta get, so I could put my car receiver in here, slide in, put a pin in it, and I could pull my car behind this. Or I can pull my dump trailer, right? That's super cool. None of the other wreckers will do that. I can also recover any hot shot trailers I got goosenecks. I got all my chains kind of wrapped around it right now. Of course, this is going up and down, so you can just set it anywhere you want and pick up a gooseneck trailer. That is fantastic because I have some hot shot stuff that I need to be able to recover if the truck goes down, because they have emissions on them, and that's what they do. They go down, so I can go get them with this real quick. I can grab this truck or another truck, put this on probably less than 5 minutes. I know I'm not trying to exaggerate, but this thing is really friendly to put on, and I can go recover something. So let's get on the other side. Hope I don't miss anything. Yeah. So your safety chains go here. I'm not going to tell you how to hook this thing up, because probably a lot of good YouTube videos on how to do it. But basically you put a chain from here. God, this camera's terrible. I'm horrible at this. Nobody wants to video, but I felt like I needed to do it because there wasn't anybody else with this wrecker on YouTube. And so here I am. You'll use this big heavy chain. I'm on the springs up there, spring hangers. Come back here, go through this plate. This is my plate. There is a plate angle that comes with this wrecker, and it goes right here. It sets in here, and it goes across and pins in here. Okay. I pulled a truck that had open frame rails. Okay. Open frame rails. Didn't have anything on the back. It was a box truck. That angle didn't work. What happened was it was too close. The angle stops just a little ways past here. And then with this, I've got to run chains basically around the outside. That's what I do. Maybe there's other way to do it, but I ran chains around my outside of my axles. I came back here to the hook, which is this hook. Just pretend like this is over here. And it just didn't work for me. So I welded end caps on so that the truck couldn't slide off the angle and the chains couldn't slide off of that. And I don't have it here with me, but basically I end capped this and I let it hang down a little bit. That way the chain couldn't get off it. This one I made, I gotta apologize for my horrible video. This one I just cut a little while ago, and I weld these little nubs on here. That way this chain can't get off of here. All right, so you can see it's on, so there's not on much angle on this one. This one's pretty straight, but when you get on the outside of a, come on baby, my battery might be going. Let's see. Oh boy. But I couldn't chain around all this air ride, especially on a brand new truck. I can't put marks on a new truck. So my only spot was around the outside of the axle and to come up on an angle. I'm gonna probably get the fork system that goes right here, just like a wrecker. And I'm probably going to modify this where it slides over, drill it, it slides over, and you can put these cup things. I gotta do more research on that. And I might call these guys that made this wrecker and ask them to maybe help me do that, because I want to be able to pick up brand new trucks just like this truck. If I was to hook up this truck, I'd really love to run the forks right up in here, because anything you do in around these angles, you're into these airbags like crazy. Look at all that stuff. You just can't, I just can't throw stuff on here and scratch it. Okay, so that's about it on the wrecker. Job site, you can Google it. North Carolina, or I don't know where in North Carolina. It's like Winston-Salem or somewhere over there. I'll screw that up. But anyway, they'll ship it to you. I'm hauling a beast today, but obviously this wrecker lifted it up like nothing. This thing is loaded, but it's not a huge truck, but it is loaded. So, all right, I apologize for the up and down on the video, but this is a fantastic wrecker. Take a look at it. It's probably the most expensive. Get what you pay for, but just remember all the things that it can do that other wreckers can't do. If that's important to you, it might not be, but if it is a game changer, and I love it. So, all right, man, peace out. Thanks for watching my video.